Oh, my name is Brian Farmer, President of Powerscreen of Canada, and we are a distributor for crushing, screening, washing equipment for the aggregate industry, recycling industry, mines and quarries. And we've been doing this since 1975, covering from Manitoba right across to Newfoundland. Well, the nature of our business, as I said, we're involved in crushing, screening, and different types of equipment for the aggregate industry. It means that the equipment is manufactured overseas, and when we come across here in 1975, it was a bit more like we were pilgrims. We were sort of bringing the message that we had something that we could maybe make a difference in the industry here, and that as a result, change the bottom line. When you do come across and try to make claims like that, there lots of times there's a lot of skepticism. So you have to sort of try and build up a relationship with customers, and also a good rapport with them, in the sense that to get maybe your equipment in there so that you can get demonstrations, and as I said, don't forget, this is a new product. So communications very, very important between the customer and ourselves, whether it be the sales staff, whether it be the service or the parts or the administration. I think this is our 8th year being involved with the company. Was making claims that I thought would be pretty hard to substantiate, in the sense that we were talking about saving us 25% on our telecommunication bills and things like that, and how they would take the tedious work off us and do the analysation and things like that there. So this was music to my ears, but at the same time I thought it was a tall order. Well, like any small company here, managing this as a priority, the telephone bills, the cell phone bills and things like that there, it depended. If a red flag was raised, then of course you got your staff involved, whether it was the accountant or whether it was the bookkeeper. So it was great to hear that there was a company out there that this was their forte, and because when you look at 300 or 400 pages of telephone bills, and and you try to sort of analyse them, again, it's a very, very difficult task. Sometimes you don't even know what you're looking for, and most of the time the job only gets half done, and you don't even get to where you want it to be. So the first year, I think 25% was the projection, and it turned out to be actually 27%. We just could not believe it. The services that we would find most beneficial, well, overall, we'd look at everything that the company does for us. But there has been situations there where we have found out that we've been overbilled, or there's been errors in billing. Also, that maybe due to certain usage, that there are different plans available that wouldn't normally be told to us by the telephone companies or the telecommunication companies. And as such, these are the things that they would bring to the fore. So it was always a situation where you'd be surprised if they didn't come in at least once every 3 months and said, we have nothing to report this month. They always have something to report. They always have $1 saved here, $1 saved there. So that's what we look forward to. Well, the usual one is we have a lot of our people are on cell phones, and we're very sort of concerned sometimes if, like our people are probably using the phones more than they should, or maybe not using them at the right time. Okay, so like, if it's 3,000 minutes a month and somebody's doing 5,000 minutes, well, you know what I mean, that if you divide that into hours, that's a lot of time talking. Should we be addressing that issue with that person? Should we be looking at a different plan? Is there a better way of doing it? And this is the sort of thing that highlights these sort of issues, and this is why it's very important. Okay, you see usage at the weekends, usage in the evenings, so it breaks it down and it makes it really, really simple. So, and that's what that I like about it especially. Well, we'd be doing it the old painstaking way that, we'd have to have a person here that's already assigned to do other things, whether it's in the finance department, the administration department. We'd have to assign them to do this, but there's no doubt about it that we would not give it 100%. As I said before, we'd only do it when something raised its ugly head, and this is a sort of a thing that has to be done on an ongoing basis, and the actual fact that we know that somebody is doing it for us and that we can go in and check on it anytime we feel like it. It doesn't matter whether it's hardware problems or whether it's something that we don't understand, there's always somebody there at the other end of the phone, and this is a big, big plus for us. As I said there, like, the importance, and when I'm talking to some of my customers, and especially the customers that have, a large workforce and maybe a large sales or administration force, that, are they employing an organisation like this? Have they thought about doing it? Now, when I see what they have done for us and how they've made us aware of what we should be looking at and how we should be improving things in this part of our business, I believe that everyone, every business should be looking towards a company like this, and actually it controls their costs, it keeps their costs down, especially when things are going sky high at the moment.